So, you want to be like Maverick in Top Gun, or maybe John Travolta in real life, cause yeah, apparently he's a pilot. Who knew? Anyway, if you're looking for flight simulators that let you soar through the sky on your Quest 2, then you've come to the right place. Let's go! Hey there, I'm Andy, welcome back to VR Man Cave. And I'd like to start the video by saying thank you to all of you guys who have supported me so far. It means so much having you on the videos, and to be honest, I wasn't expecting so much positive feedback, so I appreciate it. One of the most liberating things you can experience in VR is flying an airplane, and especially if that game supports a HOTAS and all of the bells and whistles that a simulator would come with, would make it that much more immersive. Today we're going to be looking at exactly which flight simulators you can try out on your Quest 2, both natively directly on the headset, as well as using Oculus Link or Virtual Desktop to play on your PC for full immersion. So let's jump right in. Ultrawings. Let's start off easy with one that can be found directly on the Oculus Store, so there's minimum fuss involved to get in the cockpit and start flying. This is the only game on the list that blends the arcade and flight simulation genres in a way that, put simply, is really enjoyable to play. You'll have missions to do, stunts to perform, and you'll progress through the levels and unlock more and more goodies. If you're into the more hardcore flight sims, skip to the next one. But while the cartoonish look of Ultrawings may put you off, you should know that a lot of the reviews on the Oculus Store are from die-hard flight simulators fans. And they all say that this game is a ton of fun, with physics-accurate controls and flying, just with an arcade twist to the missions. The great thing is that this one is cross-buy, so you can play it directly on the Quest 2 or with your PC, without needing to buy the game twice, so if you're looking for a simple yet realistic game, this one's a great choice. Air Brigade. This one is also native to the Quest, not requiring a PC, but it needs to be downloaded and installed on your headset through SideQuest, since that's where you'll find it. Designed by an indie developer, this is a much more realistic flight sim than the previous game and gives you a ton of features with up to 14 planes to unlock, including the F-22 Raptor and the Su-37 Terminator, online dogfights with up to 7 other players, 4 game modes, and 7 playable maps, with more updates constantly rolling in for additional content. The developer himself says the game offers a semi-detailed flight model, with stalling, high G-turns, atmospheric density and gravity. Give it a go if it seems like you'd enjoy it, and let's move on to the big boys. Hey, sorry to interrupt you, but I have a really small favor I'd like to ask. Please consider subscribing and liking the video if you wish to support the channel. Now, back to the content. VTOL VR. This is the first one on the list that will require a PC to run, which means that in order to play it on your Oculus Quest or Quest 2, you will need either Virtual Desktop or an Oculus Link cable to connect your headset to your computer. If you need any help setting up Virtual Desktop, I've left a link in the description down below so you can watch it after you finish this video. Back to the game, VTOL VR can easily be classified as a proper simulator, and while the visual style is not quite photorealistic, the gameplay and shockingly deep systems functionality and physics will absolutely make up for it, as it was built specifically for VR from the ground up. All of the panels are super easy to read due to large fonts, and the buttons, knobs and switches are very natural to manipulate in VR using your Oculus Touch controllers. I'm not an expert in flight sims, but after trying this one and researching it a lot, most hardcore fans of the genre say it's extremely realistic and well made, with a level of detail that they did not expect. War Thunder. This is the point in the video where we start talking about full HOTAS support, photorealistic graphics, and full-on proper flight simulators. The first one on this list you might have heard of before, especially if you're generally into this type of games. It's an MMO in which you have armored vehicles, naval craft, and of course aviation, from World War II and the Cold War. While you can of course play this game on a flat screen, trying it in VR will blow your mind. All you have to do to enable it is to simply connect your headset, then tick the VR box in the advanced settings of the game. You will need a pretty chunky PC to run it on full details, but the game still looks and plays fantastic even on lower spec computers. And it is absolutely free to play, so if you're a fan of the genre, this one is a must try. Digital Combat Simulator World. Similar to the previous title, This one aims to be an extremely authentic and realistic simulation of military aircraft, tanks, ground vehicles, and ships. The visuals are fantastic and it offers everything you would expect and more, with full throttle and flight stick support and extremely detailed cockpits, as well as hundreds of missions to play plus adjustable simulation levels for both beginners and true sim fans. One particular review from Steam caught my eye, because it was written by a guy who said he's a pilot in real life, and that the flight models in the game are so very deeply researched that they are insanely accurate compared to real life. So if you plan on cranking it up to simulation level, be ready for a real challenge. You can find this one either on Steam or the official DCS website, and it's absolutely free to play. X-Plane 11. PC Gamer has called it the most realistic flight simulator just a couple of months ago, which is quite an amazing endorsement. While the previous two games focus more on the combat aspect of flying, this one revolves around the pleasure of flying, without having to worry about other players trying to take you down while you're enjoying the scenery. From a Cessna to a Boeing 747, you'll be able to fly between more than 13,000 airports around the world and enjoy the experience alongside thousands of pilots who use this as their first choice for training. Of course, you'll be able to use any of the existing flying peripherals that you might already have, which paired with the great resolution that the Quest 2 offers will be an absolute delight in terms of both visual and simulator characteristics. Even the sounds in the game are super realistic, so the attention to detail in this one is unrivaled. Fair warning, this one's a bit pricey, but for a good reason, and if you just want to give it a try, it offers a completely free demo which you can download from their website xplane.com. Now I have some great news for all of you Microsoft Flight Simulator fans out there, because Microsoft is bringing VR functionality to the game by the end of this year. It will first come to the HP Reverb G2, which Microsoft helped develop, so it kinda makes sense. But shortly after, it's gonna be released to all of the other major VR headsets on the market, so that's great news for us Quest owners. Which means you'll be able to enjoy this crystal clear and insanely detailed game really soon. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and now you can click either here or here to pick what to watch next. Oh, okay, I'll give you some privacy. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.